I gave it to Shay, Alexis, and
You gave it to her?
I left her everything. I didn't want nothing.
Okay.
Enjoy the video. Hit the like button.
Thank you, sir. And Alexis Sanders, are you ready to proceed, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Benishek, it is your pleading.
Thank you, Your Honor. I call Alexis Sanders.
Ms. Sanders, if you would please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you'll give in the cause before the court today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Benishek, you may proceed, sir.
All right. Ms. Sanders, are you the mother of Dream, the child who is the subject of this suit?
Yes, sir.
And what is Dream's date of birth?
November the 4th, 2023.
All right. And who is the father of Dream?
Derek Brown.
Are you married to Derek Brown?
I am.
Were you married to Mr. Brown when Dream was born?
Yes, sir.
And when Dream was born, did you live together with Mr. Brown?
Yes, sir.
Where were you living right after Dream was born?
In Odessa.
And how long did y'all live in Odessa?
We closed on our house in September, and he put us out of the home in May, next May of 2024.
And what was the date of Dream's birth so that we have that?
11/4/2023.
All right. So from November of 2023 to May of 2024, you and Dream and Mr. Brown lived together in Odessa?
Well, yes, we lived together, but he actually left the home in March and went and stayed at a men camp. And when he got laid off, he came back and moved into the home with us, and then he put us out of the home in May.
Okay. All right. So there were those few months, and then things were a little uncertain, I suppose. Okay. Now I noticed that Dream's last name is Brown. Did you want to change it to anything else?
No, that's fine.
Okay. And Dream's living with you right now, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And where are you living right now?
In Brownsfield.
Okay. Now, I've talked to you a little bit about conservatorship. Do you understand what conservatorship means?
No, sir. Could you run it down for me?
Okay. A conservator is a person who has the rights like a parent has relative to a child, like deciding where they go to school, making medical decisions, that kind of thing. Being joint managing conservators with Mr. Brown would mean that you'd share those rights between the two of you, although as you would have the right to designate Dream's residence since she lives with you. The other alternative to that would be sole managing conservator, meaning you would have those rights. Mr. Brown would have the right to visit with Dream, but wouldn't have those other decision-making rights. Do you have any feelings about which way you would like it to go?
Well, I want his rights supervised because I don't want her going out of the state of Texas.
Okay. And let's talk about the visitation. You said that he put you out of the home, I believe it were your words, in May of 2024. Is that correct? Okay. Since that time, since May of 2024, has Mr. Brown visited with Dream?
No.
Okay. Has he attempted to visit with Dream?
No.
Okay. What kind of visitation would you like for Mr. Brown to have with Dream going forward?
Supervised.
Okay. And why do you feel like the visitation needs to be supervised?
Because she doesn't know her. I mean, she doesn't know him, and he wants to take her out of the state of Texas to go to a different state that's far off from me into a home of someone else that's married.
Okay. That was going to be my next question. What's your concern with Dream being taken out of state?
My concern is she wouldn't be treated like with so much care, because all the harsh words he done said about his child. I don't think she'll be safe with her dad, because he said some harsh things, like he said F his child, not once but twice.
Okay. In front of the child or to you?
Well, she was an arm baby when he said it. It was a couple months after I got out the hospital. Well, no, a couple weeks. He got mad with me and he said F me, and he said F her too.
Okay. And that's why you don't want her to be taken out of state?
Yes, and like I said, her going into someone else's home, I don't want no danger or anything to happen to my child, and that I'm that far away from her.
Do you have any other concerns for her safety or for your safety, either doing the exchanges or doing the visitations?
Well, I don't think he'll do anything after. Well, I don't know how he feels after the call, so I don't think so. But you just never know.
After the call?
Yes, like after our court.
Oh, okay. All right. So do you have concerns that he would do something to harm Dream?
I feel like if you can say that about your child, I definitely feel like it, because there's no concerning parent or protective parent or say F their child.
And I noticed that there was a family violence indicator on your case. Did you want to have a non-disclosure order that would keep your address and your phone number confidential so that he or anybody else wouldn't have access to them through the order?
Yes.
Okay. And is that because you're concerned about family violence or something else happening?
Maybe family violence.
Has something happened in the past that would cause you to be concerned about family violence happening in the future?
With me and him?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And was that a circumstance when you were still married and living together?
Yes.
Okay. Did the police get involved?
Only once.
Okay. And can you describe for the court, because she has to make a decision based on your testimony, what happened that caused the police to get called?
Well, he put me out of the home and we got into a altercation, and he called the police because the window was busted out, and he called the police and they came over and said that, they couldn't make either one of us leave. We had to make a decision. So we both ended up staying in the home together.
Okay. Now I want to get back to some logistics as far as visitation goes. To the best of your knowledge.
You need to ask more questions about this.
Okay. You said a window was busted out. How did the window get busted?
Because I was trying to get back into the home.
Okay. So you were trying to get back in the home, or he was? I didn't understand that.
No, I was trying to get back into the home.
Okay. So you broke the window?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he called the police. Did anybody get arrested?
No.
Okay. And that was the only time that police got called?
Yes.
Okay. Was there any physical violence between the two of you?
Yes, it was.
Okay. And was it that Mr. Brown physically struck you in any way, or injured you in any other way?
Well, I wasn't injured.
Okay. So it was just that Mr. Brown called the police.
Okay. What happened? What happened? How did he physically abuse you?
Well, we just got into an altercation. Like, he always strike first. He had, like, his attitude, he always strike first. We just
Okay,
got
when
into an
you say
altercation.
strike, do you mean physically struck or verbally struck?
Physical.
Okay, so what did he do? Tell me.
Well, he just, like, I don't know where he hit me at, but he hit me and we just started, like, going back and forth. Like, and
Okay, in other words, he was hitting you, you were hitting him. Is that what you mean,
yeah,
going back and forth?
yes.
Okay. Hit you with a closed fist, an open hand?
Closed. It's always been closed.
Okay. Was it in your face or head or your body? Where?
Anywhere he can.
Okay. And so this was something that had happened frequently in your relationship or occasionally, or how
It
would you
was
describe
frequent.
it?
It was
Frequently?
frequently. Yeah.
And meaning every week, every few weeks, every day?
No, every few weeks. It wasn't every week.
Okay. And did you ever need to seek medical attention for that?
Well, once, but it's been once, but it's been a while back.
Okay. And so tell me about when you had to seek medical attention. What part of your body was injured?
My knee.
Okay. And what happened to your knee?
Well, he pushed me down and I broke it.
You broke your knee?
Yes.
Did you have to have it set, have a cast, all that?
Yes, I had a cat.
Okay. And was that, when was that?
It's been years ago.
Okay. So before the child was born?
Yes, it was before she was born.
Okay. If looking back on your relationship, would you say that there was a history or pattern of violence between you?
Yeah, but it wasn't to the point where where like cops or anything got called.
Okay.
Like, it has some good days and some bad days.
Yeah. So, okay. Was he ever violent with the child?
No, he just said harsh things about her to make me feel like he don't care about her.
Have you ever seen him be violent with any other child?
No.
Does he have any other children?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever seen him around those children?
Yes.
Okay. Was he appropriate around those children?
Yes, he was appropriate, but he just whoops hard when he whoops a kid.
Okay. So you saw him discipline the children with physical discipline? Okay. And did you feel like the discipline was inappropriate in its severity?
Not much.
Okay. All right. All right, Mr. Benishek.
Okay, so since you all separated, and it sounds like the final separation was in May of 2024, has Mr. Brown seen Dream?
No.
Okay, so no visitations at all since then?
None.
Okay, you've indicated that you would like the visitations to be supervised. Do you have someone in mind who could do the supervising?
Well, I mean, I can do the supervision.
Okay, so despite everything you just testified to, you feel like you'd be comfortable doing the supervising?
Yes.
Okay. And where would you like those visitations to take place if the judge orders them to be supervised?
At my home.
Okay, so you're comfortable with Mr. Brown coming to your home for the visitations?
Yes, or wherever he wanna.
Okay. And A moment ago, you indicated you wanted your address withheld. You're comfortable with Mr. Brown having your address.
That's fine.
Okay. All right. Now, since y'all separated, I understand you're still married. That's correct?
Yes.
Okay. Since y'all separated, has Mr. Brown sent you anything to help with Dream?
Well, he sent gifts for Christmas last year, and for Valentine's Day, he sent $100, and he turned around and sent $50 for. I asked him to buy a birthday cake for her. He sent $50 for that, and like a couple weeks before he got the child support papers, he had his girlfriend.
Hang on just a second, Ms. Sanders. Mr. Benishek has disconnected somehow. So stop. Let's just pause your testimony.
Okay.
Sorry,
what happened?
Judge, that's the third time that's happened to me this morning, and I'm not sure what the problem is.
Okay. Well, that's okay. You're back. You were mentioning $50 for a birthday cake, and then can you take it from there?
And like a couple weeks, I guess, before he got the child support papers, he was getting his girlfriend to send through a money order. I think it was $150, and he sent it maybe twice. And he sent something for her birthday this year. He sent her some clothes. And that was all.
So if you had to put a dollar figure on everything that he's sent, and for this one, I'm talking about everything, how much would that dollar figure be?
Including the clothes that he bought, or just money?
Including the clothes that he bought. If you had to put a value on everything, how much in dollars would that be worth?
Maybe like $600 maybe.
Okay. And is that including the gifts that you say he gave her for her birthday and such?
Yes.
Okay. And separating out those gifts, about how much would you say those gifts were worth?
Those gifts were worth, because it was a lot of Nike clothes and 2 pair of shoes, maybe four or $500.
Okay. All right. And the reason I'm asking this is, we're here to set child support going forward. Did you also want to request retroactive support, and that be support going back to when you separated?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And what kind of health insurance does Dream have?
She got Medicaid.
Okay. All right. I'll pass the witness.
All right. Mr. Brown, if you had an attorney representing you today, now would be the time for your attorney to ask Ms. Sanders questions on cross-examination. This is not the same time. This is not the same thing as you testifying. You will get to testify and tell me your story in just a moment. But right now, you may ask Ms. Sanders questions about her testimony if you want to. Do you want to ask her any questions, sir?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and ask her questions.
Shay, when I put you out of the house, I asked you to help me on the lease, the mortgage for that house, and you couldn't even give me the half. And then not on top of that.
Sir, I'm not hearing a question here. You're making a statement. Do you have a question for her?
I'm just wondering, why would she sit here and lie?
Okay. All right. That's not an appropriate question. Do you have another question for her?
No, ma'am.
All right. Ms. Sanders, do you have anything you want to add to or explain about your testimony?
No.
All right. Mr. Bunachet.
Paul Derek Brown.
Ms. Brown, if you would please raise your right hand, sir. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you'll give in the cause before the court today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Bunachet.
All right, Mr. Brown, you're currently married to Miss Sanders. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you're admitting that you are the father of Dream. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And was Ms. Sanders correct in that you lived with Ms. Sanders and with Dream in Odessa up until roughly March to perhaps May of 2024?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr.
Well, wait a minute. I'm confused because my memory of the testimony is that they were living together before the child was born in Odessa, and then they split up for a short period, but then really they lived together until May. Is that what you're asking, Mr. Bunachet? Because I didn't understand. The question seemed to misstate the evidence.
Yeah, because she moved in my apartment.
Okay. She moved into your house. Okay. So you were living in an apartment before you bought the house.
Yes, that's what she broke the window. She broke the window out the apartment, kicked the door in.
Okay, hang on, Mr. Brown. Let's let Mr. Bunacek ask the questions. Mr. Bunacek?
Okay. All right. So when did you get the house?
I got the house in it was at the end of October.
Of 2023?
Yeah, it was at the end of October.
Okay, so right before, I guess the month before Dream was born. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. And then after Dream was born, you continued to live together with Ms. Sanders in that house?
She continued to live with me, sir. Everything was.
She lived with you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll phrase it a different way. The three of you lived together in that house.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And then you left. Is that right?
No, it was because of work and the toxic situation I was in. But I was coding it. I was keeping everything to myself.
Okay.
So I tried. I was doing it for my child.
So when did you move out of the house?
I never moved out.
Okay. When did you leave the house and stop living there all the time?
It was because of work to avoid the situation. So I would tell my supervisor, could he get me in the man camp because of what I was going through, and I wasn't trying to jeopardize my life or lose my life.
And when was that?
That was in around December. Yeah, December.
Okay, so just for the month then.
It was the month because I was working every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you? Okay.
Sure.
I'll move on from there. Okay. What kind of work do you do, Mr. Brown?
What kind of work I was doing?
Leah, let's go ahead and work with it that way. What were you doing at the time?
I was working in the oil field.
Okay. And
what kind of work? Call every day.
What kind of work do you do now?
Right now I'm just doing like little plumbing work, little jobs when the guy he'll come get me and let me help him out and make a little until the job called me back up north.
So you don't have a steady job right now?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, at the job that you're doing right now, or I tell you what, let's back up a little bit.
Okay.
The job that you just lost.
I got laid off? Yeah.
What were you doing?
Cultivating, doing erosion, land clearance, mowing.
Were you paid by the hour?
Yes, sir.
How much did you get paid every hour?
I was getting paid 18.
How many hours a week did you work?
At the most, it was probably like 60, 50 something, 55 to 60.
Okay. Do you have any other children below the age of 18 that you're obligated to support?
Yes, sir. My son who stay with me.
All right. How old is that child?
He's 13.
And you said he's staying with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any health insurance available to you that you'd rather put Dream on rather than the government plan?
I don't have none.
Okay. Now we talked to Ms. Sanders about what kind of visitation she would like to have for you to have with Dream. What kind of visitation would you like to have with Dream?
The same kind that I have with my son.
Okay. Your son is
And
living
that's
with you.
unsupervised.
Okay. So you'd like unsupervised visitations with Dream?
Yes, sir. Because what I've been told on the phone, I had threats. The reason why I didn't go to Mississippi was because she threatened. She was telling me she gonna have some guys put a hit out on me by some GD guys. And then she was threatening me with my relationship now that we can get a room and have sex and I don't that's totally disrespectful.
Okay, what does this have to do with visitation? Let's move on, Mr.
That's why
Benishek.
I'm not. This is what I'm saying, ma'am. She's trying to come in between my relationship, and she using my daughter.
Okay, again, we're here about child support and visitation. That doesn't have anything to do with child support and visitation. So
Yeah,
let's move
I
on.
want
Mr. Benishek, ask your next question, Mr. Benishek.
And Mr. Brown, where are you living right now?
I stay in Louisiana.
Louisiana. Okay. So you're more than 150 miles away from where Miss Sanders lives. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. I think that's it, Judge. I'll pass the witness.
All right. Ms. Sanders, do you have any questions for Mr. Brown?
No, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Brown, do you have anything you want to add to explain about your testimony?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So you were working in the oil field and we were doing the mowing and...
No, I was up north.
Okay. You were up north?
Yeah,
What
like
does that mean?
Wisconsin, up north. State.
Oh, that's when you were working in the oil field?
No, when I was working in the oil field, I was in West Texas.
Okay. What happened with your oil field job?
I got laid off. When I got laid off, and
Okay. Is that job still something that may call you back?
with it being slow, I haven't heard nothing.
Okay. And so then you've been doing mowing for what company?
Merchant.
Is that like a landscaping situation?
They just be around solar panels.
Okay. So you're working for a solar panel company doing those kinds of things. And that's what you're doing right now?
Right now I got laid off because, due to the snow. When it's snowing up there, you can't do no groundwork.
Okay. So that was in Wisconsin. And so you came back to Louisiana. Why?
This is where I stay at.
That's where your family is?
My relationship and my son.
Okay. So you have a partner there or a wife? Okay.
Yeah. Yes, that's been helping me with.
Okay. And so you're living in the house with that child and the mother of that child?
No.
No. Okay. The child lives with you or lives with his mother?
He lives with me.
Okay. And the mother lives there in Louisiana as well?
Yeah, his mom stay in Louisiana.
Okay. So you're close by her.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And so right now you're doing plumbing work?
Yeah, little work. Just.
Are you a certified plumber, sir?
No, I just do little labor, just a general labor.
Okay. How much are you making right now?
He be paying me. I probably make maybe about 2 or 3. It just depends on what the job
2 or
is.
3 what? How often?
200 or 300. That's
200 or 300 a day?
It's like a day. Yeah, because it'd be little jobs, you know.
Okay. How many days a week do you work?
Uh so this week, we ain't go today. He got me set up like three out of a week. That's the most I done did, you know.
Okay. So 2 to 300, 3 days a week.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you looking for another job?
Yeah, I've been looking. Ain't nothing came through yet.
Do you feel like you can go back to your job in Wisconsin when the winter is
Yeah,
over?
that's in. Yeah, I'm just waiting on them to call me. But right now with the weather, and it don't usually slack up to around like March or
Okay.
April.
So you will go back up there and stay and work after that? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Are you trying to get back in the oil field, or are you?
No, you can't balance life off of that because
Okay. All right. So this child is 2 years old, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
And
sir.
so, as you might imagine, it's hard for a child that young to travel across state lines, be without its mom for a long time that it's used to. Are you?
Ma'am,
Are
I
you?
didn't. I didn't. I'm
What?
listening.
Yeah. Are you able to come to Brownfield to visit with the child?
No, I don't have a ride.
You don't have a vehicle. When's the last time you had a vehicle?
Oh, last year
What happened with
around,
your house in Odessa?
I gave it to Shay, Alexis, and
You gave it to her?
I left her everything. I didn't want nothing.
Okay.
I just wanted to see my child and to go on by my way. But
Well,
it didn't go that
can
way.
you take a bus to Brownfield?
No, ma'am, I will not go around her because I
Okay.
know
Well, how do you propose to see this child? You live in
I can.
Louisiana. The child lives in Brownfield. How is it that you think you're going to see this child?
Well, you have to come to agreement on meeting halfway.
How would you even meet halfway if you don't have any transportation?
I can get my lady to meet me. Take me to meet her.
Okay. Well, can your lady take you to Brownfield?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Mr. Benishek, any more questions on this witness?
Not for this witness, Judge.
Okay. Let me ask you this also. When were you and Miss Sanders formally married in a ceremony?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you're still married?
I've gone through a divorce, but the
Have
paperwork
you
hasn't been
filed for
signed.
divorce?
Yeah, I have twice.
Where did you file for divorce?
In Mississippi. Cause that's where we got married at.
Okay. You have a pending divorce case in Mississippi?
Yeah, I got the paperwork and everything, and I sent it to her. She didn't want to sign
Has
it.
the child ever lived in Mississippi?
That was way before the child.
Okay. All right. All right, Mr. Bunishek, call your next witness.
I call Marilyn Navarro.
Okay, hang on just a second. Ms. Navarro? Hello, Ms. Navarro?
Ma'am.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you'll give in the cause before the court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Bunishek.
All right. Ms. Navarro, what do you do for a living?
I work for the Office of the Attorney General as a child support officer.
As a child support officer, do you sometimes perform investigations into the income and resources of some individuals you work with?
Yes, sir.
Did you perform an investigation into the resources of Derek Brown?
Yes, sir.
And what were you able to discover? Let's go back at least until the last quarter of 2023.
Yes, sir. There's a couple of employers, so I'm going to try to keep them together. So the first employer that reported for 2025, which is Next Tier Completion Solutions, Only one quarter was reported for 2025 and the total of $1,825 month gross.
Okay.
I'm sorry, per month or for the quarter?
Per month.
Okay.
Only one quarter was reported.
Okay, well, how do you know that that's a month? Because you don't know which parts of the quarter he worked.
So for the second quarter of 2025, $5,475 was earned.
Okay.
Okay.
There's two employers for 2024. My apologies, three employers for 2024. One being Nexterior, second one Cactus.
Okay, I tell you what, let's do this by quarter, because you're confusing me. So let's just do the quarters, and then you can list the employers in the quarter.
Okay. Second quarter of 2024 for Nexterior, $17,191.04. Second quarter of 2024 for Cactus Wellhead, $7,435.80. Third quarter for 2024, Bridge Holdings, $186.75. First quarter of 2024 for Nexterior is $31,206.99.
So that was all 2024. And then the only thing you have for 2025 is the second quarter. Is that my understanding?
Correct.
Okay. What about the last quarter of 2023?
Last quarter of 2023 for Nexterior reported $8,697.93.
Okay.
And for GD Energy, fourth quarter of 2023, $18,587.97.
Okay. Any other questions, Mr. Bunishek?
Some of these appear to be energy companies, oil field employers. What's the best quarter that he had with any employer, and what was the year?
Counsel, she just testified to every single amount on there, I think. Is that right, Ms. Navarro?
There are some higher wages in 2023 for GD Energy products.
Okay. What was the most he earned for any quarter at that employer?
Second quarter of 2023 was $43,777.92.
Okay. I'll pass the witness, Judge.
All right. Ms. Sanders, do you have any questions for Ms. Navarro?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Brown, do you have any questions for Ms. Navarro?
No, no.
All right. Ms. Navarro, thank you. You are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right. Mr. Bunishek, call your next witness.
No further witnesses, Your Honor. We'd rest.
Okay. Ms. Sanders, Mr. Bunishek has rested. That means he doesn't have any more witnesses or evidence to present. Do you have any witnesses or evidence to present?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Brown, same question for you. Mr. Bunishek has rested. Ms. Sanders has rested, said she doesn't have anything else to present. Do you have any witnesses or evidence you want to present?
No, no.
Okay. All right. You guys give me just a second. I'm going to bring these two folks in from the 10:30 hearing and put them in rooms, or I'll get... Okay. I am going to find that Derek Brown is the biological father of the child before the court today based on the testimony of the parties. I will find that the birth he is established as a parent of the child. with all the rights that pertain to that, and that the birth records of the child be amended to show that he is the father if they don't already so reflect. I will not change the name, as both parties have, neither party has requested that the name be changed. I will find that the parties should be named joint managing conservators of the child, with Mr. Brown, with Ms. Sanders named as the conservator with the exclusive right to determine the primary residence of the child. She may do so without regard to geographic location. With regard to visitation, I don't know that I feel like there's a threat to the, I don't think there's a threat to the child from Mr. Brown based on the testimony, all the testimony I heard. However, the child does not know Mr. Brown, since he has not seen the child since May of 2024, which is over a year ago. The child is young. She likely doesn't even remember him. And so therefore it is not fair to the child to have someone that she does not know be dropped off with someone she does not know without her mother there. And I'm not going to order that. She's young also, and traveling long distances is hard on young children, and I don't think it's fair to her for her to have to travel right now. And so I will order 3 supervised visits. They'll be all-day visits that begin at 10 on Saturday and end at 6 on Sunday. And end at 6 on Saturday in the home of Miss Sanders, because that's what was testified, even though I'm not sure that's a good idea, but the party, Miss Sanders, doesn't seem concerned. So that's what's going to be ordered. All-day visits. If the parties agree, that can continue on till the next day. If not, it's 10 to 6 on a Saturday of Mr. Brown's choice. He must give Ms. Sanders at least 1 week's notice of his intent to exercise the visit. He'll have 3 such visits, 1 per month. If he lets her know, no more than 60 days can pass between these visits, or he has to start over with the first one. After those 3 visits have been completed, he may have 6 unsupervised visits. Those visits will be from Saturday at 10 to Sunday at 6. In Brownfield, Texas, the child will not leave Brownfield during those visits. And again, no more than 60 days can pass, and the same notice requirements, 1 week's notice. It can be any Saturday of the month that he requests. There'll be 1 per month. Once those have been completed and the child is 3 years old, at least 3 years old, then he can have the standard possession order, but he will be responsible for the cost of travel. So I don't know if he, wants to reimburse Miss Sanders for the cost of meeting him halfway. If, he wants to drive the whole way and pick the child up, but he can have the standard possession order after that. All right. On to child support. Based on the testimony, it's fairly difficult to determine exactly what Mr. Brown's income is, but it's clear that he has made substantial amounts of money in the past. And so based on his testimony as to what he's making now, which comes out to about $46,000 a year based on the $200 or $300 3 days a week, and the fact that he's made considerably more than that, having made $31,000 at least 1 quarter during this child's life, and his testimony that he's able to go back to his job in Wisconsin once the winter clears. I'm going to determine that his average approximate income is $4,276 a month. Child support will be based on that amount, giving him credit for taxes coming out of that, as well as for the $50 cash medical support, which will be ordered to reimburse the state for the cost of the Medicaid program. That will yield a current child support of $680 per month. And again, a medical support of $50 a month. I will find that retroactive or back child support, in this case, giving Mr. Brown credit for $1,000 that he's paid in clothing and cash and various other things. And that may be, that's giving him the benefit of the uncertainty of the testimony. That I will enter a judgment for $10,700 against him as of today for back child support. I'm going to order him to pay $200 a month toward that balance in addition to his current child support and current cash medical support. All three payments, the $680, the $50 cash medical support, and the $200 on the arrears payment will begin on January the 1st of 2026. I will order Ms. Sanders to keep the child enrolled in the government medical assistance program as long as that is available to her to help cover the cost of the child's health care. I will tax all court costs against Mr. Brown as billed by the district clerk of Terry County, Texas, to be paid within 1 year of today's date. I think that covers everything. Mr. Benishek, have I left anything out?
I don't recall the non-disclosure, Judge.
Well, I mean, you've asked for a non-disclosure, but she says she wants to have the visits at her house. So I don't really know how I can or why it would make sense to make a non-disclosure finding if that's where the visits are ordered.
I agree, but I just wanted to hear your ruling on it. So
yeah. Okay. So I'm not going to order a non-disclosure. All right. I think that covers everything. Every party to a hearing before the associate judge is entitled to a near de novo hearing in front of the referring court. The near de novo hearing must be requested in writing. The request must be filed within 3 days of the notice of the substance of my ruling and served on the other parties to this action. It must specify what issues will be heard by the referring court. The referring court will set a hearing within 30 days, but the requesting